Jonathan is only out to make money. He could care less about the loss of Samantha. Jonathan allowed my husband and I to go into their house to get her things.
It floored me to see all of her stuff just piled up, and it looked like you were evicting somebody.
When I came back home, it looked like someone had ransacked my home. They had taken a bunch of my belongings, a bicycle, they took a watch I had just bought her, even stuff I owned before I met Samantha. They clearly took that out of spite.
We were on our way back to Tennessee with her ashes.
The next thing we know, Jonathan is calling us on the phone, screaming at us.
What I wanted to do was take her home.
He actually called my husband, said to him that if my husband will give him $500, he will not call the police and we can forget about everything. It was absolutely ridiculous.
I have a check for $4,508 payable to Samantha.
Samantha's college tuition refund check had been mailed to him. Jonathan was going to hold this $4,500 check until we returned Samantha's things.
I don't want to play hardball. I just want my stuff back.
Instead of showing that he was human, he went straight to he was going to sue me. We ended up having to go to probate court over this. Our daughter was 22. There was no estate. He has shown Samantha zero respect. I do not believe for 1 second that Jonathan loved my daughter.
How did we get into threatening court over things when we've got a lost loved one here?
First off, I loved Samantha more than anyone I have ever met in my life. And for you guys to say I didn't love Samantha
that you've ever truthfully loved is yourself.
The only person you love is
I have never loved anyone more than her.
You put yourself above everybody else.
What do you want from Jonathan, if anything?
Explain to me, in what world do you think that it's right to take somebody so beautiful and lock this possession up and not share it, and then when it cries out for help and pain and ignore it? Tell me how a person can do that.
I don't know how a person can do that, because instead of ignoring it, I got her into therapy and got her mental health treatment.
How about pick up the phone and call the parents? How about tell the person that's sitting in front of you having dinner
Well,
6 weeks before it happened?
So I didn't come on here to attack you or to tarnish Samantha's reputation. I think that Samantha's a very private person. But I think it's important to know that how can I tell you about Samantha's well-being when part of her well-being is that she's feeling stressed out from her family. She's feeling stressed out from school. There's all these different dimensions and factors to the stress Samantha was having.
Looking back, if you had this to do over again, what, if anything, would you do differently?
Define this.
The situation of you being in a relationship with a young woman that took her own life. If you could go back to any time before that, is there anything that you would do differently?
If there's anything I wish I could have done differently, it would to have never gotten in a relationship to begin with. That would have solved all their issues. At no point would I have been in their life. At no point would they have had to be exposed to what is apparently such an awful human being. They wouldn't be able to make all these baseless allegations had I never done that.
And we would have our daughter.
Do they still have any of your things?
They have the watch that I bought her, a mixer for cooking. They only took things that were worth money.